What do you think about Justin Trudeau right now?
I think he's kind of a dumbass. Like,
Okay. Hi, I'm Murray Mandrick. I'm the political columnist for the Regina Leader Post, and welcome to another one of our federal election panels on why we should care. This one's a little different. I'm actually going to introduce you to a bunch of young voters that I know very well. One of them I've known for a long, long time, almost 18 years. I'd say pretty close to, and her friends, and we're going to talk about the election. But I'll let them introduce themselves first. Eden, why don't you start?
I'm Aiden Mann.
I'm Erin Alexander.
and I'm Halim and Laurie.
Okay, so are you guys going to vote? Have you thought about it yet?
I'm gonna vote.
Are you going to vote? You're registered, right?
I am
You are.
registered.
Did you
I
register?
did that 2 days ago.
Did you? Well, you're ahead of me.
Yes.
Are you going to vote, Erin?
I'm not sure yet.
Not sure yet? Have you
No.
thought about it? You haven't registered yet.
No, I haven't registered yet. And my parents are pretty opinionated on whether I vote or not. It's just whether or not.
Are they jamming you up on it?
Yes.
They really?
Like-
What are they telling you?
They're saying it's my right as a Canadian citizen and that my opinion should matter on who leads our government and all that. So
Yeah. And what do you say to Laurie what does Laurie say when you said, that's my right not to vote?
she walks away.
She walks away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I imagine you're going to vote.
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
gonna vote. I'm not
Good.
registered yet, but I'm still gonna vote.
Yeah.
I think it's part of, again, my right in order to get a say, finally get a say in how Canada's run, who you wanna be elected.
What issues? What is the things that you hear, regardless of whether you're going to vote or not? You're hearing stuff right now, because I know you three, and I know that you do pay attention, notwithstanding what I sometimes feel. What is it that's, watch the eye roll, what's going on in the campaign right now, Erin, that you're kind of hearing that's really kind of catches your attention or that you think is important?
Most people are just talking about mostly like GST and how the taxes are gonna.
And you really care about GST and taxes, don't
No.
you? No.
See,
What do you care about? Like, doesn't that just bore the hell out of you when they get into
Yeah.
conversations?
yes.
Yeah. What do you want to hear more of from them then?
I have no idea. That's why I don't know whether I'm gonna vote or not.
And you have no worries in the world, obviously.
Never. I don't worry about anything.
You do not. Yeah.
No.
Have you figured out? Don't tell me. Have you figured out
I'm
who
not
you're
gonna
going to vote?
tell you.
What?
Yes, I know who I'm voting for.
Really? And you
Yes.
won't even tell me?
No.
What
You
if I
don't tell
made
me
you?
who you're voting for.
I do not vote. That's why.
Yeah, I know.
That's right.
You did that one year.
I did it.
You did that one year.
I did. Sometimes I pretend not to vote. But
Yeah, and then you don't tell
Well,
me.
should people vote? Like.
I think people should vote because there are people elsewhere who are like giving their entire lives to trying to find a way to vote, and then like they die in countries where they have had no say in anything that's like ever happened in their lives.
What about here though? Like, I mean, what difference does it make to you?
I think it makes a difference here because we have a bunch of people who are kind of in an older generation who have supported like the same parties their entire lives, and we're used to that. And young people don't really realize that like we've reached an age where like our generation can actually start changing that, and people are very oblivious to that. They think that people who have always been voting are going to continue to be the people who make those decisions, which shouldn't be the case because they tend to make some dumb decisions.
Is there something, I'm going to ask this of Aiden, I guess, first off, is there something that really craps you off, speaking wine to swear, about that you're hearing in this election campaign that you wish that they wouldn't do or that they would talk about? What is it that kind of really drives you nuts in terms of things that you've...
Well, for me, mostly, just recently with Justin Trudeau and everything that's come out, I feel like the focus has really been on that by every party. Everybody's kind of like, oh, let's use this as a way to like get elected. I haven't heard much recently about anything that a certain party is doing. It's really all just Justin Trudeau, Justin Trudeau. How are we going to get him out of office? How are we going to get ourselves into office based off of what is there? I haven't heard too much about really anything that's been going on, but all in all, I haven't really had.
So the frustration is a distraction. From
Yeah,
what you wanna hear
it's
and
a
everything else.
distraction from what I do want to hear. I want to hear how you're gonna make this better, what you're gonna do, how you're gonna run the country, how your party's gonna be once if elected.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about Justin Trudeau and how you're going to beat him out. I want to hear about what you're going to do.
I bet you have something that really annoys the hell out of you besides me. You cannot talk
I
about me
always
for the
have
next
something.
5 minutes.
I'm on the same page as like Aiden and Aaron. It's really frustrating when there's an election coming up very soon. And although our like prime minister really did screw up, like it's like, yeah, we all know that. We've kind of, everyone has an opinion on it, so let's go on to the next thing.
Well, quickly, what do you think of the first thing that comes to your head when you think of the federal leaders? What do you think about Justin Trudeau right now?
I think he's kind of a dumbass. Like,
Okay.
well, just the fact that this, I don't understand, first of all, how this didn't come out in the first election. Like, that photo must have been buried very deeply. But to be a politician leading the Liberal Party, like, you must know that if you've done things like that in the past, like, you either have to take responsibility for it, like, at the beginning of your campaign, knowing full well that's going to come out, and start with an apology better than, I did that, I'm sorry, which is a reoccurring theme for him.
What about Jagmeet's thing? What about Andrew Scheer? What do you think much about him?
Well, I think Andrew Scheer his strategy at the moment is all these Liberals, we can probably split their votes between the Liberals and the NDPs, and then our chances will go up. And that's the logic. It doesn't come from a sincere place of this was offensive to a lot of people. It's from too much of like a political standpoint. And I get he's a politician, but that's still.
But it's irritating.
Yeah. And then Singh, like, his response was really emotional, and that was like very powerful to watch. And it's sad seeing someone who's of a different race taking true offense, because I've honestly seen a lot of white people taking more like aggressive offense to it, which is really weird to me.
Does it really matter to you in terms of leadership, in terms of what they are like as people or what they are like?
I feel like right now it doesn't really affect me just because I am a first-time voter, so it really hasn't ever crossed my mind how much it's impacting my life. But I feel like in the next few years I'm going to really start to realize how my vote does matter.
I like Andrew Scheer because he is a Saskatchewan boy, but I know that just because of that can't sway my vote into his way.
Are you a little like Aaron, where you find all this talk in terms of personalities of the leaders distracting from what it is that you want to use to make your decision?
Yeah, it definitely is distracting because it's just how they act, almost. They're not promising anything. They're not telling you what they want, like what they're going to do for you. They're using their personalities. And they're trying to be happy, fun, but they're not really showing you what they're going to do about it. Right now, all the bad sides of Justin Trudeau have come out when everybody, when he was elected, was like, oh, this could be a new leader. He could do really well. He could help Canada. But now all this stuff's coming out, and what he's done up to here, he has done some good things, but he's also done not so great things. And so I think his personality has definitely gone from being one of the higher ones, kind of slowly dwindling as all these different allegations and stuff have come out against him. And now Andrew Scheer's has gone from lower, now up, 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 due to him, Trudeau going down, he's going up because he's the leading competitor against him.
Thanks very much for your time and travel, all three of this. I hope it's been kind of fun. I realize this is not the most fun.
No,
yes, not. I know you three. This is not the most fun you're going to have this week. But I do appreciate you coming in, and thanks so much for chatting.